10 most dangerous prisoners in the world. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Top 10 Everything channel. The world of prisons has always been a source of inspiration for many series and movies that were very successful a few years ago. But in real life, are there really prisoners who cause fear even in the bravest guards? There are, and in today's video, we will meet the 10 most dangerous prisoners in the world, who even scared the directors of their prisons. So stay until the end, because you will find a bonus that will blow your mind. Before we start, we have some news for you. We're having a giveaway on the channel for an iPhone as soon as we reach 400,000 subscribers. To participate, you need to: Number 1, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Number 2, comment using the hashtag #Top10EVT. Number 3, watch until the end because today's video is full of surprises. Like and share this news with your friends. Remember to comment with the hashtag #Top10EVT. Join now because it's totally free and you have the chance to win an iPhone in any color you want. Let's go! 1. Joaquin Crow. One of the most shocking cases in the United States occurred in the early 1970s when Joaquin Crow was accused not only of murder but also of cannibalism. When the police arrived to arrest him, there was still part of a 4-year-old child in the pot, which was being cooked. At the hearing, Joaquin also said that he consumed his victim's flesh to save money and that this desire to kill accompanied him throughout his life. 2. Dawood Ibrahim. One of the most dangerous criminals in the world, Dawood has always been a headache for international police. Considered one of the minds behind many criminal groups, the FBI and CIA have been trying to arrest him for years, but without success. Dawood has received support from many important politicians in Asia who always help this important criminal hide. According to international investigators, Dawood leads a team of criminals who are responsible for a series of murders, drug trafficking, and kidnappings. The reward for anyone who manages to capture Dawood is over $25 million, more than 100 million reais. 3. Thomas Silverstein. One of the personalities who make up the Aryan Brotherhood, Silverstein is one of the leaders of the group that is responsible for many deaths inside U.S. prisons. Silverstein has been transferred between many detention centers, and his adaptation always causes fear among guards. Thomas was found guilty of 4 deaths after being imprisoned and was even accused of killing a guard while unarmed. Today, he is locked up in a maximum security prison, totally isolated. 4. Edmund Kempler. Edmund Kempler made headlines across the United States after being found guilty of killing his own mother. Just for that reason, I bet you wouldn't want him as a roommate. And if you knew that he was capable of killing his grandparents at just 15 years old and was also found guilty of dismembering 6 women before he turned 20? Edmund was also convicted of being a necrophile. Undoubtedly, Edmund's criminal record is very long. He was sentenced to life imprisonment and is always a cause for concern in the prisons where he is serving his sentence. 5. Matteo Messina Denaro. If you think that mafia movies only show urban tales, you are wrong. Matteo Messina Denaro is one of the most notorious mafiosos of all time, and by joining the mafia at a young age, he is accused of having committed more than 50 murders. Among his most high-profile crimes, Matteo is accused of killing one of his father's rivals along with his pregnant wife before he turned 18. Sentenced to life imprisonment, he decided to take revenge and killed 2 important agents responsible for his trial. He is still at large today, and he commands the Italian mafia with an iron fist. So, have you already left your like? Have you subscribed to the channel? What do you think about the world's most dangerous prisoners? Can you leave a comment down below with hashtag #Top10EVT? Then keep watching until the end to find out more. Don't forget that to enter the iPhone giveaway, you need to comment something with hashtag #top10EVT, okay? Six, Jesus Ernesto Chaves. Jesus Ernesto Chaves caught the attention of the world media after confessing to being the killer of more than 800 people. Throughout his life outside of prison, Jesus Ernesto worked as a hitman for many Mexican gangs and cartels. In his confession before being arrested, he admitted that every day he received a list with at least 8 names of people who should be killed that day, and that he always managed to finish off his victims. In his testimony, he testified against many cartel bosses to avoid the death penalty. 7. Pedrinho Matador. One of the most notorious killers in Brazil, Pedrinho Matador began killing other people at the age of just 14, and even though the police only held him responsible for 14 deaths, he himself has said that he has committed more than 100 murders. Among the most shocking deaths is that of his own father, who was killed for abandoning Pedrinho's mother when he was still a child. Pedrinho is considered so dangerous that he managed to kill another inmate who was just sharing the police car's compartment with him while being transferred from prison. Strangely enough, today Pedrinho is free, and he even participates in many interview programs. 8. Felicia Kabuga. Many people have entered history for their great deeds in favor of their people, but Felicia will be remembered for having committed one of the most brutal crimes in history. Felicia is accused of being the mastermind behind the case known as the Tutsi Massacre. In 1994, the number of deaths may have exceeded 1 million in the already suffering African country, where for many years 2 peoples in the country have been constantly in conflict, the Tutsis and the Hutus. After the president's death in an airplane crash, Felicia accused the Tutsi people of being responsible, which caused a fight within the country that led to this incredible number of deaths. 9. Robert Hanssen. One of the most emblematic cases of real-life spies, Robert managed to work in the FBI at the behest of Soviet and Russian bosses between the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. His disguise was discovered in 2001, and in the same year, he was arrested and sentenced to life imprisonment. This case even became a movie in 2007, and it is pointed out by many critics of American security as the greatest failure in all of American intelligence. 10. Ted Bundy. The strategies that many prisoners use to kill their victims are very different. Ted Bundy used all the charm he had to attract his victims. A very cold-blooded murder, Ted also had the strange habit of collecting the heads of his victims. In his trial, Ted dismissed 5 lawyers to try to convince the jurors of his mental incapacity alone, but failing, he was sentenced to death on January 24, 1989, in Florida. Some of these dangerous prisoners have already died, but many are still locked up, just waiting for an opportunity to escape. And if you think that inside prison they are harmless, I bet many guards and prison officers do not share the same idea. And now for the bonus we talked about at the beginning of the video. Does anyone know where this criminal came from? Does he look like a good guy or not? Is he from a movie? Does anyone know who he is? Which of these criminals would you not want to see on the streets, and do you support the death penalty in these cases? Write to me in the comments below. If you liked this video, check out the next video, 10 Children Who Grew Up in Prison, Severe Jail. The link is in the description of this video. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because your contribution is very important to us. Take the opportunity to share this video and leave a comment with the hashtag #top10EVT. Agreed? Check out these super interesting videos now about amazing things that are appearing here on the screen. If you're on your phone, these videos may not appear on the screen, but their links are down in the description of this video. Click on one of them and have fun.